Today, capitalism is the dominant economic system across most of the world. But where did it come from? Why did Karl Marx see it as fundamentally flawed? And why do many Marxist thinkers argue that modern workers are, in a sense, wage slaves? Let's break it down. Capitalism didn't appear overnight. Its roots lie in the late medieval period, when Europe saw major changes in trade, technology, and society. As feudalism weakened, land was enclosed, peasants were pushed off common lands, and more people moved to cities. This shift created a new class of people who owned no land or tools, only their labor. Meanwhile, merchants, landowners, and early industrialists accumulated wealth. With the Industrial Revolution, machines, factories, and mass production transformed economies. Ownership of these productive tools, what Marx would call the means of production, became concentrated in the hands of a relatively small class of capitalists. By the 18th and 19th centuries, capitalism had become a full-fledged system built on private property, markets, competition, and the pursuit of profit. Karl Marx, a philosopher, economist, and revolutionary, saw capitalism not as the end point of history, but as just another stage, one defined by class conflict. According to Marx, society under capitalism is divided into two major classes: the bourgeoisie, those who own the means of production; the proletariat, those who must sell their labor to survive. Marx argued that the relationship between these two classes is inherently exploitative. Workers create value through their labor, but they only receive a wage that covers their basic survival. The rest, the surplus value, is kept by the capitalist as profit. To Marx, this isn't just unfair. It's the core engine of exploitation within capitalism. He believed the system would inevitably create greater inequality, periodic crises, and alienation, where workers feel disconnected from their labor, the products they make, and even from themselves. His challenge to capitalism was both analytical and revolutionary. Marx argued that the system contains contradictions that would eventually lead workers to rise up and reorganize society. One of Marx's most provocative ideas, and one that resonates with many modern critics, is the concept of wage slavery. It doesn't mean that workers are literally enslaved. Instead, Marx uses the term to describe a structural dependence. Workers must sell their time and labor in order to survive, because they don't own the means to produce what they need. In Marx's view, workers are free, but only in the sense that they're free to choose which capitalist to work for, not whether to work at all. Their survival depends on wages, so their freedom is limited by economic necessity. Labor becomes something external to them, performed not for personal development, but for the wage. The capitalist controls the product, the process, and the purpose of the work. To Marxist thinkers, this creates a new form of dependency similar, in structural ways, to older forms of servitude, just updated for a modern economy. Modern critiques extend this idea even further, pointing to long hours, rising costs of living, stagnant wages, job insecurity, and the feeling of always being on the clock. In this interpretation, many people feel trapped, not by shackles, but by bills, debt, and the need to keep earning in order to stay afloat. Whether one agrees with Marx or not, his analysis continues to shape debates about economic inequality, worker rights, and the future of labor. Capitalism remains a powerful and dynamic system, but also one that raises difficult questions. Marx's ideas challenge us to think about who controls wealth, how labor is valued, and what true economic freedom might look like. Understanding these ideas isn't just about politics or economics. It's about understanding the world we live in today. And the debate over capitalism, inequality, and labor is far from over.